Hi, you all. So I want to talk about the downgrade of teaching, nursing, social work, a few other degrees from professional to now theoretical degrees or something like that. Um, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this from different angles. And when I heard it, my mind went one way. And then when I heard other people's perspective, I was like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. But initially, when I heard that the degree was being downgraded and that this would affect people coming in to the profession, as it would prevent them from being able to access a certain amount of money, which would which would mean less people could get into the field, or I don't know, like you would have more debt because you would have to take out personal loans, or like this. um so I looked at that and I thought to myself, oh, well, less people are going to be entering the field, and supply and demand says, that means that the people that are already in the field are going to be golden. That's what I thought. That was my initial thought when I heard it, right? Now, I didn't think that was a fair thing, like it's not fair that that should happen. But I'm just thinking about, my bottom line and like, okay, what does this mean for me and mine? That's what I'm thinking initially. And that's what came to my mind. Like, okay, so less people are coming into the field, more jobs for me, more money for me, more, like more bargaining power for me because employers know that there's not a whole lot of people coming in. So they better hold on tight, to the ones they have. So that's what I was thinking. But I see everybody else has this different perspective, and I respect those perspectives. It's just that I don't have much time to lament about things and people that I cannot affect. I cannot, I can't get in a room with them and explain to them why the nation needs good teachers and why we need nurses. Like, that should be self evident to me. But regardless, I still have to work with what I have. And that's the perspective that I was coming from, is that if you're already in the field, this really is going to give you a leg up. From my perspective, that's what I'm seeing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Get down in these comments and let me know. But supply and demand says if there's less people coming in, the people that are already in clearly have an advantage, right? Because you're not so easily replaced, right? So anyway, there's that. That's how I felt about it, and I want to see what you guys are thinking. I want to see, is this just me, or is this perspective some if other people have had this same perspective. The other thing is, don't ever don't ever put labels on yourself that other people have deemed or other people have classified as unworthy, unprofessional, whatever. Like, I'm a black woman, so people have many classifications for everything I do, say, wear, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything. So clearly, I have never listened to those things. So, the fact that this is just one more thing that I won't be listening to. Cuz I am a professional, okay? I'm a damn good one at that. So, I this is just one more thing that I will not be listening to. But I get it. The people around me, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing with race and gender. The people around you buy into those things, and then you have to, constantly correct them, constantly redirect them, constantly tell them you got me up, okay? And that's not how it works over here. You have to constantly correct that, and it's a tiresome job. But you know what? I'm up for the challenge. So, but I think we need to be more intentional, definitely. You might want to, call yourself something else for a little while. You might want to say you're an academic professional. You might want to say, it's so many different things, so many different routes you could go about. I think I will make a specific video just detailing all the different titles and responsibilities that you can relabel yourself, okay, if you would like. If those, words do matter. So I'm not going to say, if these titles mean something to you, but words do matter. So yeah, let's start, putting the right words in our psyche. We are professionals. Teaching is a professional field. Nursing is a professional field. These are fields that change people's lives for the better, okay? So yeah. With that being said, I think this downgrade will definitely be a added value for people who are already in the field or who have already started to undergo the process of entering the field. I think you will just be more valuable because apparently less people are going to be able to follow behind you, and that's just going to make you rare, which is going to make you more valuable in a system that values the supply and demand. Less supply equals more demand. Less supply equals you can charge more for the demand, right? So if there's an oversupply, then you're going to have to charge less. So obviously there's going to be less supply, right? So if supply is low, demand is high. That means more money for the people who are already in the field. Drop down in the comments and tell me what you think about this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why? All right. And I will see you on the next one. Smooches.